hold on. Cut. You know what I'm saying? So I was
Tarantino that shit.
You are now tuned in to Direct Shooters, the newest podcast out. Hey, yo, shoot that.
Yo, what's going on, peoples, man? Welcome to the newest podcast out, Direct Shooters. I'm your boy, Ahzel. Right here where we're going to talk about the relationship between directors and artists. Also going to talk to entrepreneurs and how critical video content and photography is to them. We're going to be talking to other directors and questioning them about how they got to the level that they're at, the things they had to go through, and the process of getting there. So with that being said, man, first guest right here with my boy. Good dude, engineer, artist, producer, overall just a real one. You know what I'm saying? My boy Kash Prodigy.
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate you, Ahzel.
Yeah,
man, it's a blessing, man. It's good to be here, man. Thank you.
For sure, brother. You know, we've been doing things for a while now, and it's good to see each other grow.
It's a blessing, bro.
You know what I'm
every day, man, you know, starting off from where we came from to where we at now and just kind of watching the growth, man. Like, honestly, it's a blessing every single day.
Hell yeah, for sure. So tell people a little bit about you, man. You know what I'm saying? What's your name? Where you from?
Well, shit, you ain't told everybody already. You told them, straight up. All right, I'm an artist. You know, my name's Kash Prodigy, artist from Inglewood, California, you know. Really just been, started off as a rapper, really got good at songwriting, got to a point where I ended up, getting big into engineering and, everyone probably has a bit of a story of how they, learn a new craft, things like that. But, I started strictly with the rapping thing. Rapping was just what it was. We was out here competing with motherfuckers every time, so just kind of building that vibe and, making a name for ourselves and just kind of growing within it, man. And just now you hear Kash Prodigy, you hear him as now not only an artist who's out here performing, but you see him out here mixing some of the hottest artists, records right now coming up,
right.
So and hell, even doing a little bit of production too. So it's been a blessing, man. It's really been a blessing to where we're going.
Nah, I've heard it. I mean, I heard you coming up from your old mixes to your new mixes. This shit sounds mad legit. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
How long you been in the industry?
Well, when it comes to rapping, man, I've been rapping, man. It's now been about, I want to say at least 12 years, serious.
Yeah.
To where, everybody says that they might have been rapping since they was 12 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Serious, taking it serious. I've been rapping roughly since I was about 21.
That's right.
Solid,
That's right.
really taking it serious and, competing and just kind of showing everybody a different version, and the growth.
Yeah.
The growth of coming from somebody rapping about some bullshit, during a time where, Jerk was popping and things like that, so kind of really elevating it to where we at now. And, it's you hear me now, bro.
That's
you
right.
see how far I've come within within the bars. I definitely got into a point where I'm in the talks.
There you go.
I'm in the talks.
As you should be. Over all those years, the podcast is called Direct Shooters, so it's the relationship between the director and the artist, right?
Yes, sir.
So over that amount of time, we'll say roughly 10 years, something like that, how many music videos have you shot? And really what went into that as far as the relationships or picking those directors or videographers to shoot with?
Well, I'll start with as far as videos, man. I want to say honestly, I'm probably about eight videos in right now.
That's right.
Whether it's just videos that I've worked with, with Yellow Tape, or if it's videos that I have another director that I used to work with, prior to me working on Yellow Tape, Chips Clips.
Okay.
So he was another up-and-coming videographer, out in, I want to say he's out in Long Beach.
Okay.
So I was able to work with a lot of, up-and-coming videographers on that end. A couple other ones, I don't remember all their names, but,
little shooters,
we got some people here and there. Another cat, Yellow Tape is very familiar with him too, a guy named Snoops.
Oh, yeah.
So
Shout out to
he
Snoops,
shot
man.
out some videos for me too. So, like I said, I got a chance to work with some of the best, videographers, directors out here on the side,
That's right,
honestly.
that's right.
So, it's been a blessing. I will tell you the best ones I have worked with, man, it's been Yellow Tape. Yellow Tape has been able to like really create a whole different atmosphere when it comes to creating my videos.
That's
you
right.
know, bringing the vision.
Yeah.
You know, because I have a vision. You know, sometimes
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
easy
yeah,
working
yeah.
with Cash.
Yeah.
It's-
And,
you
and,
know?
and like I said, I'm an artist, director, and this is one of my good friends, man. So Yellow Tape, he's talking about Yellow Tape Entertainment. It's everything. We've been collaborating. I mean, I know we've got like 3 solid videos, maybe 4.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
First one with Jinx and all that, but we'll get into that a little later.
Yes, sir.
But definitely everything that we collaborated on has
Mm-hmm.
been gold.
Gold, man.
You know what
And
I'm
still
saying?
doing
Like,
it.
like honestly, like you pushed me to that next level to like do better and like really artistically just get better at my craft. You know what I'm saying? And we always made something out of nothing.
That's
Like,
what it-
that was the thing. Like we show up and we make it, even down to the Jinx video.
Yeah.
We're in a Motel 6. You know what I'm saying? We're in a Motel 6 with like 15, 10 dudes inside there, you know, and a couple girls, and we literally have 4 walls to try to make
Making
make
shit
it look
happen.
like we making shit happen.
Motherfuckers can't even fit in the whole place. So
Yeah,
it got to
yeah.
a point we couldn't even fit in there.
No, yeah.
You
So
know?
we're literally moving around the bed, right, making it look like different areas of the scene. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly, exactly.
We really made that happen. You know, what do you think are the key factors in when like deciding like who to work with and stuff like that? Is it financial? Is it creative? Is it their portfolio?
When we honestly, so
Or it's just the budget?
you know, and it's crazy. Like when we talk about like budgets and we talk about the financial aspect of it, it's really, you know, I'm a big type of person that's like, hey, if we're gonna pay for something, you get what you pay for.
Definitely.
You know, so there's plenty of up and coming videographers, things like that, that can do a video for you, a couple $100s, and you know, not truly bring the vision to life.
Yep,
And
yep.
that's been something that I've always seen. Like for me, I'll pay a few thousand for a music video if the vision's put together right.
That part.
You know, it's really like when we think about budget, you think about what is your investment. You know,
True,
we always say we always have a budget for something, but sometimes you have to look at it as, okay, well, this is what can take me to the next level. So what am I willing to invest in myself to create this vision?
Definitely.
You know, so
I dig
that's
that.
pretty much what a budget is. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, when we say budget, it almost has a negative connotation of, you know, I have only
Exactly.
$100 or I have only $200 that I can spend,
Exactly.
but not necessarily true. You might have more that you can invest into yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I kind of steer away from the budget, but it also has to do with how good they are. You know, the respect aspect also, you know, are able to communicate? Are you listening? You know, and same thing, is it reciprocated?
Yeah.
You know, how's the chemistry? Like, are we able to, you know, sit here and create a vision and draw out a map of what we're gonna do and be able to, you know,
Collaborate. Yeah.
in that aspect. So it's a
it.
lot of things that goes into finding the right videographer. You know, it's like I said, for like me and you, we've come up and we've become, you know, the best of friends.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just based off of us being able to collaborate and work together and bring these visions to life. So
For sure.
that
I
perfect
mean,
example. You know.
Perfect example. And you also helped me on plenty of videos that I've shot in, you know, so you know that aspect side of it as far as an artist and director. Like I said, originally is what I started as, you know what I mean, artist. So I feel like when I shoot videos, I shoot them like if I was that artist and,
Yeah.
and how I would want that video to look, you know. So I feel like I said earlier, my background of music helps me out with these artists and helps me out with these commercials and helps me out with these things like that.
Yeah.
So typically, like, what would be an average cost or rate are you willing to pay? Like, you know, like you said, you know, budgets is skeptical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's to each your own. You know what I mean? Like you said, how
Yeah.
far are you trying to take it? If you're just trying to create content and just trying to put it out,
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend a minimum. If you're
Yeah.
trying to have it up and above, you're gonna spend a little bit more. You know, when you really believe in something, you're gonna spend on it.
True, and I think the best way to kind of come up with an understanding of, you know, how much you really want to spend is understanding what's your project.
Yeah.
You know, are we wanting to create a single?
Yeah.
Are we wanting to create an album where
Yeah.
we're doing multiple videos?
Yeah.
You know, it goes back to like the budget talk and the investment talk. You know, if we're looking to put out a single, then yes, you want to put, you know, a nice amount of money behind what you're going, your vision,
definitely.
because it's really just kind of really pushing that idea. If you're working an album, in certain cases, maybe it's a good, a good way to create that vision and not also kill yourself too financially, so
True.
in some cases it's still investing in yourself, but also seeing the grand scheme of what your project is going to be.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you really,
Like, what is it gonna take to because when we include budget, not only are we including like the director's fee or the day rate or whatever, but we also have to think about other things like models, right? We have to think about rentals, cars. We have to think about possibly gear,
locations. Sometimes you have to pay for
who
locations.
you're shooting with. He might be a super freelance guy, and he just has a camera and a light. You know what I mean? And he may not have all this gear or all this stuff.
True.
So that's where budget to me comes in. Because when I ask people what's the budget nowadays, when I ask them, I'm not just looking out for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm looking out for the whole production.
Exactly.
I'm looking at like, what can we bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? If you just want me, this is what the rate's going to be. But if you want to like take it to the next level, how far can we take it?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
If you want me to be out here skydiving and out of a
Exactly.
plane with
I always compare like
you gotta pay for that.
You want to jump out of a, exactly. You want to jump out of a plane like Puffy and with flames coming down on your parachute.
Follow behind you like behind your boat like Johnny Quest or something. I'm gonna need you to pay.
Exactly. You're gonna pay up.
Yeah. No. And I think that also as an artist, and also kind of stepping into the role of a videographer as well. I'm starting to have a different respect and understanding what a videographer goes through, because a lot of times you think about an artist, they're not in that role.
Yeah.
A lot of artists, they're in the role of just being an artist, a songwriter, rapper, go to the studio, spit some bars, go out, live their life.
True.
That's a rapper's life.
Oh, that's that
man, but they don't see what what the videographer does. They don't see that that you shoot the video and it's not over. You still gotta edit.
Man.
You still have to send it out and get, feedback from this person, and make sure all of this is right before it's actually done. So I think
before the artist even sees it.
Yeah, and so I think a lot of that I take in consideration, when it comes to, paying for a video. I take that in consideration.
Well, that's
I think
good,
about that.
A lot of artists, I could say right now, a lot of artists don't.
They don't.
A lot of them, man, they could spend, or their label will spend a lot of money on something, and them not even show up.
Exactly.
I've been in situations like that where they don't even show up. So it's like they don't respect the art sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it could get down on you as a director or videographer. Like, you're over here, you take it real serious. We got thousands of dollars set up here. We got this and that. And you just show up when you want, bro. To me, that's the easiest part.
I showed up 3 minutes late.
My guy shows up early every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't play. Like,
on it.
He over here helping out with the project. You know what I'm saying? I worked with a lot of artists, too, that really take their craft serious, where they envision themselves bigger and better. And they're willing to put up a light, hold this, hold that. Especially being independent. You kind of got to do it all.
It's not easy, man. I've learned to love it, though.
No, for sure.
I've learned to love it. That's one of the biggest things is, you work so hard and, sometimes you got to take a little step back and you just look at it and you're like, okay, I've done this.
No, for
I've
sure.
done this, and we're not done.
No, we definitely ain't done.
I see it.
When you, can you give me an example of like having, can you give me an example on like when you try to go the low budget route?
Oh.
And when you try to like invest in yourself a little bit more, like, are those the big differences?
It's also, I also say, when it comes to dealing with like low budget videos, when you're working with low budget videos, I've worked with videographers in the past coming up, learning how to do, videos, and they're just shooting, and we're talking about in a regular parking lot with a little ass damn camcorder moving around, screens, and it's a huge difference, especially when you're trying to figure out your targeted audience. When it comes to your audience and, expectations of being an artist, which is kind of changed nowadays.
Yeah.
You're starting to see it's a lot easier for artists to now, pop. because now people are starting to see that, you know, celebrities are not like superheroes like they used to be.
True,
You know,
true,
so
true.
when it comes to
Shit,
creating
everybody
the
be a
craft,
celebrity now.
exactly, everybody's now a celebrity.
Yeah.
You know, so when it comes to the creating of the craft, you know, you got to think of it like a lot of these people, they don't fully go in it, you know? So
Yeah,
it,
they don't commit to it like
they don't commit to it, man. So it's a tough one, bro.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. So
I feel you. Are there like any artists that you look up to as far as like you see their craft artistically, right? Visually. And I feel like bigger artists like that, they have their go-tos.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
me and you work together constantly, right? Because you find it's like having like an artist having a producer,
Yeah.
right? You continuously go back to that producer because he got your sound down. He knows what you like. You know what I'm saying? You show up, the vibe is right, everything's straight. I feel like that's the same thing with our relationship.
Yeah.
You know, directors and artists. Like, I feel like if someone's there and they shoot you and they nail it, you know what I mean? Like my boy CY. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna have a podcast with him too.
Shout out to CY.
Shout out to my boy CY. We're gonna get into it with him. But you know, we built a relationship. Same thing like you and I. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like it was just natural, organic.
Yeah.
You know, and our thing was organic. Are there any big artists that you kind of see out there that you're like, man, I like the directors he's working with, or those are the type? I honestly look at like Kendrick's videos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I see Kendrick's videos, I'm like, damn, that's something I want to shoot.
No, you're
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
And I think that also goes back to, you know, what you're willing to pay for your videos, what you're willing to invest in yourself. When it comes to somebody like Kendrick, he's well invested into himself.
For sure.
We've seen since day one, Kendrick has been invested into himself, and it's staying consistent. You know, staying consistent, and then bringing his vision. So everyone has, that goes, you know, when we talked about, you know, what is your plan, what's your attack, what's your plan for your project? You know, and you see when Kendrick comes out with a project, he has a plan.
Yeah.
It's not just, you know, let's put this out and shoot some videos.
Yeah.
He has a plan.
Yeah.
Which is why Kendrick's in the position that he's in.
True.
You know, so it is something where you want to get in a position where you know what your plan is and then what you want to spend.
Yeah.
You know, what you're willing to invest in yourself. If you want, it goes back what I say, hey, if you want your videographer to jump out the flame with you, you know, you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
You got to pay for that. So, you know, if it's me and I'm looking to shoot a video that I'm looking to, you know, easily hit over a few million, you know, views, things like that, I know I'm going to have to put some money down.
For sure.
It's gonna take some money to make these things happen because none of this stuff is cheap. None of this stuff is free. You know, whether you got relationships with these people or these people, you know, it costs money to get to that next level.
For sure.
You know, so yeah, you gotta respect it. You definitely gotta respect it.
Yeah. Actually, going back to that, I respected you as an artist when the first time you and I and Jinx worked together.
Appreciate it.
You know, the music was slapping, right? The energy
Always high.
was always the energy's always been high since the jump,
Always.
man. Me and my boy Cash, man, we got nothing but good times. You know, we're working, man, but we're living it up at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always been high. That first one, what did you feel like the connection we had as far as like director and what did you feel about the video?
So if I'm not mistaken, we're talking about the work video, right?
Work video, yeah.
Work video, man. Let me tell you about that work video. Work video was probably one of the dopest videos coming in at that time, just because when me and Jinx kind of collaborated on the song, it was actually Jinx coming to me with the beat.
Yeah.
Jinx had a beat already.
Yeah.
And there was times that, you know, me and Jinx might have had, like, we was just in the car and we was listening to beats, going through just beat surfing, just rapping, rapping. And then that's kind of how we were able to kind of build that, you know, that chemistry within our songs. We were able to collaborate, and it's like that.
Yeah,
you know, we just go in as easily.
Yeah.
You sound good on the track, you know. So
y'all had a mesh.
yeah, we had that mesh,
Yeah,
you
for
know.
sure.
And shout out to Beyond Blake. Beyond Blake was also on that track, you know, my boy who got on the hook.
Okay.
You know, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we was able to kind of really come together, and you know, it's funny because we one morning, and it was like how you say, man, Cash gonna be on time. You know, Cash gonna be on time
early.
if not early. You
My
know,
boy
so
early.
That's how it was. We when we did that song, we recorded that. Mind you, this is before I was even an engineer,
Yeah.
because then I would have recorded this.
Yeah.
So beforehand, we had put that song together, and we went to one of Jinx's engineers, homies, and I can't even remember his name or anything, but went to him. We sat in there, man. It's probably like fucking 8 o'clock in the morning, bro.
Damn.
I'm sitting there with a damn cup of coffee, bro. Like, and we just, you know, and it's just like, hey, we gonna put this together. We create this project, and we just put it together, bro.
There you
And
go.
it was just like it was. He hadn't even heard my verse yet. I haven't heard his verse yet. I didn't even know what the hook was. I just
Okay.
walked into a situation, you know,
Yeah,
know, because we didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Put it together, and then we brought the vision to you, and after that, it was it, you know. So when we, you know, when it was just got to a point where I was able to, you know, and those are my homegirls too,
Okay.
you know, shout out to them, you know, we
Yeah.
don't need to say
Made
their
it
names,
easy.
but shout out to the ladies, you
Made
feel
it
me?
easy.
Made it easier for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
project,
yeah.
and they understood the vision based off of what we were talking about, you know. It
Yeah,
was
because-
it was for the strippers.
Yeah,
it was
well-
a song. It was a song for the strippers, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. That song was definitely for something like that.
It was for the
It
strippers,
was work.
you
They
know?
were working.
It was
You know what I
work,
mean?
you know, and it's just like how we work, how we come to work, you know. It's just like, you know, these ladies, they have jobs, you know. They,
Yeah.
you know, whether they stripping or they working at an office,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's what their job was. So they understood a song like that because they would go out of town and go, you know, work in Atlanta or go work over, you know, in this state, this and that, you know. So that's why it meshed so well. And then
Yep.
when we were able to bring the video together, it was perfect. You know, we did it in this little ass hotel room, small ass hotel room, where we got, like you said, like 20 niggas there, you know, and then we
Yeah.
just got a couple females there, and they doing their thing. We throwing money, we doing all this and creating the image.
Yeah.
And that came because we were able to collaborate properly with the videographer.
Yeah.
You came in, you had your boy come in and do the lighting.
Yeah.
You know, like
Shout out to my boy Mike.
Mike, shout out to Mike. Like,
That
we
was
was able
his-
to create that.
That was his first music video that he's ever
That's crazy. You see how that
he's
works?
ever like tried to get on, and I think you guys it was a wow factor for him. He was like he never been in a situation like that before. He kind of more straight, and y'all turned him out.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Mike-
saying?
Mike
And so
ain't
he was
never
like,
seen
"Wait,
that
what's
many
going
black
on?" I'm like,
people.
"Mike, he ain't seen that many black people in a minute."
Mike was like, "What in the? What is this?"
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Mike, and shout out
Yeah,
to
he
Mike
had a great
because
time though, bro.
my man, he
'Cause-
was so professional, man.
Oh, yeah.
and that's one of
That's
the best
who
things.
keeps me on point. He
kept
keeps
you
me
on
on
your toes,
point.
huh?
Yeah, and then I had to take him to the taco truck after.
Yeah, because you like to
I
turn
had to
up
put-
sometimes.
we like to have fun, but we get the job done.
that part.
There
That
it is.
part.
We like to have fun, but we get the job done.
That part.
You know what I mean? But it's always a good time. That's what I feel like. The energy has to be right.
Yeah.
You know, it can't just always be work. It's always got to be somewhat, you know, fun about it, right? But
Has to
yeah,
vibe.
shout out to my boy Mike. That was
It was
a
a
funny
good- it was a
experience. I was
good
like, yeah,
time.
Mike, get in there. Get in there. Do your thing, man.
Yeah,
And he had fun.
And of course, you know, one of those videos where, you know, of course, I got lit. You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
the
yeah.
ladies, we all got turned
Well,
up.
dude, you had,
Everybody
like,
was lit. You know.
2 girls and like 15 dudes in one little room.
But then
we
what did
literally
we
had
do?
to kick
But what did we
people
do?
out.
We kicked all them niggas
we,
out.
we couldn't shoot in the thing, bro. Like it was smaller
Man.
than this space here, and you had like 20 dudes up in here. I'm like,
Man,
bro, we barely have 3 cameras
let's
set up
just
trying
say,
to figure this thing out.
let's just say, if I need to call people out, we good.
No, we good. We
Shit.
good. Shoot,
Yeah, we had it was stacked in there. You know, it was a lot of us.
We might as well show them some of the work, right?
Yeah, man, show 'em something.
Let me see. Which one do you want to pull up?
You want to show them work?
Because honestly, like I think the one that really stands out to me is the one we shot in downtown LA. The with that model Vanessa or something like that.
Give me peace.
and
Give me peace.
Give Me Peace.
Yep.
I felt like Give Me Peace was like
That was masterpiece.
that one went up to another level.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
You know, as an artist, I felt like that bumped you up to another level.
Yeah.
And it looked bigger. The production looked bigger. It was literally just me and you.
We
right?
with the
And
things
the
we
model
put
and
together, on you know, and it's kind of why he looks that up. Give me peace. Yeah, when we put that together, it was really dope because we wasn't supposed to shoot a video there. first and foremost, we weren't supposed to shoot a video there. we got to the point where we had the hotel security people telling us like, hey, you guys bringing all this equipment in. Just make sure you guys are not around the pool areas and doing all that. And we don't give a fuck. This was what we do. We literally made magic happen.
Yeah, we did.
We never got kicked out.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all about how we vibe.
We almost got kicked out.
We almost got kicked out.
Almost got kicked out. But, you know,
But we never got
we
kicked
swerved
out.
that. We swerved that. We swerved with that. I felt like here. So while this is playing, kind of just talk over it on, you know, where we were at.
Yep, downtown LA. You know, we got
My boy Kash Prodigy right there.
you know, and you know me being a gentleman in most of my videos, you know, and one of the things is, you know, I get a lot of love,
Yeah.
and then I also have, you know, like every other artist, you might have a select few that's like, man, this guy a narcissist or this and that, but I'm a gentleman. Look at me.
No, look at him.
Look at me.
I
look at me.
I saw like that quality. I love that angle right there, and then the B-roll. Of her right there.
She did her thing, man.
Bro,
Shout out to Vanessa. She did
she
a
was-
hell of a job. She was very
she-
professional,
very professional.
very respectful. You know, and we showed her nothing but the most love and respect, and it was
No, for
awesome.
sure.
Had a great time. She even looked out, and she stayed a little longer than what she was even supposed to, and that's shout out to her for that. You know, so. I always like to show love to all of the, the vixens, all of that, and they do their thing, man.
No, I
Shout
mean-
out to them for real.
Most of them do their thing.
Yeah, well,
Some of them we have to talk. That's probably
We'll talk
another
about
one
them,
about booking models, and some of them might not show up.
Well,
what
you
I'm saying?
know,
Might pay
you
them,
know,
and they
you-
might not show up.
You
So,
shoot
I'm
a lot.
professional, but for her, she was definitely professional. She was definitely came with it. And I felt like this one right here just kind of took it up to the next level, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
It
Like,
was right
right there in downtown
really,
LA, the street, just handling. And what was the budget on this one? What was or what did you end up paying for this one? Let's say.
man. Honestly, I think, and I want to just be real, just based off of in total of what was paid. I probably ended up spending almost $2,000 for this video.
Oh, okay.
About
And
about
that's
$2K for this
including
video.
the Sprinter, right? And the
Yeah, we're talking about
model.
the cars. We're talking about having a driver. We're talking about, having a team for the motorcycle. I brought out a motorcycle crew.
Yeah.
You know, so it wasn't just, as you see, I didn't just have one motorcycle out there. I just shot a dude. No, I actually set up this plan. I
Yeah.
created the vision and then brought it to you, and we blended it and we
Yeah.
started adding stuff.
Yeah,
When we
exactly.
did it, we never had thoughts of, doing a lot of these things, but then we kind of collaborated on that day,
Yeah.
built that plan, and it just kind of really worked out, and it,
No, for sure.
I mean, just the what you did. I mean, look at that,
man,
bro. Look at the angles
that
you did.
shot
That's crazy.
right there, though, bro.
And
Like-
that video is
and
still
and
doing hits.
Still doing it. We shot this video 2 years maybe ago.
Yeah.
2 years?
Going into 2.
2 years ago, yeah, man. So I feel like it's just got a higher production value.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't think it was just me.
Yeah.
Compared to like older stuff that we've done. I mean, man, I've done some crazy.
And that was just him for anybody that want to know. It was just him shooting. I was an artist behind that. So, I mean, I didn't have an opportunity to really help him throughout that, but he did that just him. That was strictly him, and that just lets you know how serious it is, So
No, definitely. That was a good one right there, bro.
appreciate it, man. I mean, like I said, you brought the vision. We kind of created that vision together. We collaborated on that, and more to come. A lot more to come.
No, definitely,
You know.
man. Hey, man, it's been good chopping it up with you. You know what I mean?
It's a blessing,
Straight up.
always.
What kind of advice would you give other artists that are looking for, like, directors or who to work with? Like, all the way from, like, I would say starting off, because this podcast, I really want to relate it to people that want to get into the industry as far as, like, video production and photography and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But also artists that are watching on what could they look for as far as, when booking somebody or working together.
Yeah.
Or what is it? What kind of advice would you give these artists that are coming up?
My best advice for any artist coming up is do not ask for anything for free. First of all, even if you're not
Yeah.
an artist,
Yeah.
don't ask for things for free.
Yeah.
When it comes, and I only also say that because it goes back to, rapping's one thing. I don't have to rap for you.
Yeah.
I don't have to do those type of things.
Yeah.
When it comes to engineering, I've had people come to me and they're like, hey, can you mix this track for me? And when the song get hot,
Yeah.
I want to pay you off. No. That's still asking for free. So
yeah.
so it gets to a point where it goes back to investing in yourself. How much does it mean to you?
Yeah,
Because if it means something to you, you're going to pay for it.
exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
if it truly means something to you, you're gonna pay for it.
Exactly.
I've learned that I was given handouts, and a lot of times with things that are given out to you, it's never what you expect it to be. I've been in positions where, people have helped me out
Yeah.
in ways, and it's like they felt like I was indebted to them. Which was my biggest test of me learning. Okay, well, I need to pay for my own shit.
I hate when they try to hold something over your
They
head.
hold it over
bro.
your head,
Yeah.
So for me, it's like when I think about that, and I'm like, all right, let me pull out of that. Let me pull out of that mindset of needing help, because there'll be
That's
a
a tough
time where I
one.
just have me. It's only me.
Yeah.
Whether or not I do have help, you still want to get into the mindset of I need to do it.
No, for
You
sure.
know?
Damn, that actually brings up another topic though, because I'm kind of in that position right now where I've always been like that, right? Everything you see, everything's been built from the ground up independently. That didn't really ask for much, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like to grow it to the next level, you do need that help, and
True.
you do need that assistance.
True.
From little things, you know what I'm saying? Whether you have a PA, production assistant, whether you have an editing guy, whether you have something, I feel like you gotta invest and if they're down with you, they'll be on for the ride from the beginning.
True.
And you may not have to give them anything. You may.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna be down with you riding in the beginning, right?
Yes.
They're gonna ask for the smallest, be like, nah, man, I'm just here for the ride. Anything you give me, I appreciate.
True.
You know what I mean? And those are the kind of people that you want to grow with. Those
Yeah.
are the people you want to kind of like stick around, And then I feel like if you got a good person as far as a director or engineer or whoever, eventually it's going to grow into a relationship. So if you approach this engineer, this producer, this director, and say, hey man, I'm a dope artist and I got talent, you know what I mean, but I don't
Yeah.
like to work hard and I ain't got no money, they're gonna be like, nah bro, I'm straight, you know what I'm saying? But if you approach them like, hey, this is what I got, man, you willing to work, let's work, let's handle some stuff, boom, okay, the rate might be this for now, continue to stay on that guy, right? Continue to talk and communicate. Who knows? He might be like, hey, man, you really do got good music. You really got this. And I'm going to break that down. You know what I'm saying? Like for us, how many times have, I go above and beyond for all my clients, but as we grow closer, we just keep giving them that more effort.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people might take advantage, but those are the people you're going to have to steer away from. You know what I'm saying? But you start realizing who's who and what's what.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, I feel like artists shouldn't, first of all, come off and ask for shit for free.
At all. At all.
That's just not the way I go about it. But yeah, bro, I feel like, it's been a good conversation. Everything's been straight, man.
Man, yeah, I mean, like you were saying, dude, it's a lot of growth. It's a lot of growth that you really kind of like, and it's just even for us when we were coming up, it was probably a time where we didn't know all these these rules or what was needed to get to how we are now. How we're able to like do this and we're able to understand that we need to have money for to invest in ourselves and getting the proper videographer to actually do the shootings and making sure that we have the proper beats and paying for beats and going through the full processes of all these things and understanding that it is a process that we all have to follow.
Yep.
So that has been like the most important thing, and then kind of understanding that that's what it is, that's how you get better, and grow, and that's how we've gotten to where we're at now.
No, for sure. Man, I appreciate it, man. And I honestly feel like I said, man, this is our first one, and we're growing in this new field here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I shoot a podcast with my homegirl, Brittany. Shout out to B. Williams.
Shout out to B.
Hillmatic podcast. And she's taught me a lot about that, too, about, getting out your comfort zone as far as, like, growing and adapting, right?
Yeah.
So this is our first podcast. It felt only right for me to bring you on because we tight.
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
Not
it.
only we tight, but we've worked on plenty of stuff musically, right? Engineer-wise, I engineered with you and Jinx. Right? I produce, and then all the way up to where we're shooting now with directing.
Yeah.
So I felt like, all that together, it was only right for you to come on and be relatable as far as like the people and let them understand you as an artist and what you're expecting and what you're looking for, man.
Yeah,
So,
and this is just a start.
this is just a start.
I think that's the thing. That's one thing about being an artist, and when we talk about motivating artists to keep going, it's knowing that there is no end until you say it's over.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no end. Like you see some of the biggest artists, they're not 21, 25.
Oh, yeah.
They're in their 30s, they're in their late 30s, their mid 30s, things like that. These guys are a lot older.
Yeah.
And you're starting to see like there is no time until you're ready. How many times have we seen Jay-Z retire?
That part.
Like when we think about that, it's really when you're done.
When you're done.
So where we're at and where you're at, you keep coming up and just understanding that as long as you know where you want to go, there is no end goal.
So pretty much it's like age isn't a factor type
Age
of thing.
isn't a factor. It's never been a factor when
It's
it
never
comes to
been
this
a
game.
factor. The only time it's a factor is when you're young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like because I remember when in my 20s, in my teens, it's like, man, that's old. 30's old. 40's old.
We was all like that.
You know what I'm saying? We were right. So I feel like when you're young in your 20s like that, you think age is a factor. But in all reality, man, I'm just trying to clean up my mess from my 20s and my 30s.
That's funny you say
You know
that
what I'm saying?
because I was that. I was definitely that dude that was telling dudes like, I was like 21. Cocky little motherfucker.
Yeah.
A little cocky, 21-year-old just like, your old ass up.
Yeah.
Y'all old, like y'all the old heads.
Thinking
like,
you know it. Thinking
y'all
you
don't
know
be know
it.
what y'all talking about. Y'all old, like y'all been here. Y'all talking about back when I used to do this. Man, that's old people talk. Like I used to be like that.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I'm the old nigga at the club.
But
like
you are what you feel like. I don't feel like that, nigga. I feel like I'll be going in these shoots with these young cats and we still keep up.
But you know what it is? I think it's this.
It's a mindset.
It's the mindset and the mental of I have a lot of young homies and I have a lot of older OGs. For like me, when I'm around the young cats, I hear what their aspirations are.
True.
And then I hear the old cats and they talking about marriage. They talking about having houses and they're talking about they land and stocks and like all this different stuff is there's that difference from the cats that are in they they 20s to they 30s to they 40s, some even in their 50s. So I will say that when I look at it, now being that middle person, I'm the middle one now. I'm like.
In between,
I'm right in between. You feel me? Like, I just got here. You know what I'm saying? I just got here. I'm still young.
Nah.
So a lot of cats. I'm still like I'm learning from the younger guys because I've seen a lot of these younger cats know how to get to the money fast.
Man.
And it's like they're not learning that from the older cats. They're figuring out other ways.
Yeah.
So you can learn from the young cats. You can learn from the old school because you can learn from everybody. That's one of the biggest things, being able to learn from everybody because everybody got something they can teach you.
No, for sure. For sure. A win or a loss, you're still gonna learn.
A win.
You know what I'm saying?
A win's a win, bro.
Yeah. A loss is a win too, man.
Yeah, loss is a win.
You know what I'm saying? There's so many things like that, but definitely you could learn things nowadays like education is easy access nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And I feel like you could go anywhere and get familiar with the craft that you want to get into or whatever. True. You could really damn near learn anything. You know what I'm saying? You just got to put that effort and that time in. And a lot of people don't want to put that effort and that time in.
They don't want the process.
Want the easy road.
They don't want the process, bro.
Because I do agree with you on that as far as like young cats, they know how to get to this money too. You know what I'm saying? They get into it.
They get into it. That's
you know what I'm saying? And I wish there was a lot of things like, market affiliations and stuff like that as far as things I would have learned earlier.
Yeah.
Probably would have progressed me now. But we here now. We doing it. You know what I'm saying? And then never too late. You're never too old. You just got to, handle business.
Just keep going.
Just keep
going. Understand there is no timeline.
No.
It's what you create.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go out there and do something that, hell, who said you can't be a doctor? You got to go do the work, though.
Yep.
You want to be a rapper? You got to do the work.
Yeah, exactly.
This not just gonna be handed to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I was doing music. I was just taking it serious for 12. I've been doing it longer than that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just talking about taking it serious.
Yeah. My first
you know,
keyboard in
you know,
years.
to where I'm not just, having little, BS little rap sessions and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah,
and just
yeah,
saying
yeah.
whatever to come to my head.
Oh, yeah,
to
you
where
grow it.
now I'm here and I'm invested in my craft. I have thousands of dollars worth of equipment now. Like I write my songs. I have books. I have, I read and I educate myself every day on the craft, and it tells within the art. You hear it in the songs, you and then it gets better. I think that's the best part is it gets better. I think it's like even when a boxer, when they fight, first
you're
fight,
training,
boom,
bro. You just
and then you
gotta
go to your
keep-
second
yeah.
fight, boom,
Yeah.
and then now you just notice like, damn, you're undefeated. You undefeated,
Exactly.
but just because you go home and you practice.
Exactly.
You practice, and it takes a lot of practice to get to these levels and understanding that. Just like yourself, we have to practice.
Exactly.
It takes a lot to get to where we're at.
for sure.
We're not done.
And you got to start small. Don't see the final product. You know
We
what I'm
not
saying?
done, man.
Keep your head down, stay focused, keep working, and then you'll look back and be like, damn, I came a long way.
Long way.
You know what I'm saying? Just like J. Cole said, you want to be a better writer? Just write.
It's just right.
You know what I'm saying? Just write.
It's easy. That's a simple answer.
Yeah, man. It's been good. Shit, I see you brought a little yellow tape bottle or something like that.
Yeah, man.
What you got right
You
there?
see what we
cuz? You
sipping
know what I
on?
mean?
What your cup
I
at?
think we've passed the 5-minute mark.
Where your cup at?
Oh, man.
I got this for you. I did get this for you.
Oh, did you?
I just drank a little. But I got it for you though. This was my gift to you.
We can
'cause
waterfall it.
It's for Christmas.
It's for Christmas.
It's for Christmas. But I wanted to make sure it was good before you
We
got
gotta-
it.
we gotta-
Nowadays,
yeah.
I gotta make it before I give you. I gotta test it for you. I gotta test the shit for you. So I want to make sure it was good.
Was this put in the budget?
Man, what budget? This was an investment.
Appreciate that,
It
bro.
was an investment.
We could take it live right here if you want to take a shot with it.
Man, that's what you want me to go first. You want me to go first?
Here, let me see
I've
that,
already
man.
took mine.
Oh, man, we got to get those, man.
Where the yellow tape shot glasses?
We're
at,
working
man?
on those.
Man, shout out to Yellow Tape.
Yellow
man.
tape, man? A yellow tape one? Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
Shout out.
I
Where's
do got the yellow
give me
tape
the
shot
Mexico?
glass.
Give me the Mexico shot glasses, bro. Man, I'm not. You got me drinking out this shit like I'm outside the stove. Give me a damn shot.
gotta
You see how this
waterfall that
nigga?
shit.
You see how he got me? You see how he got me? Yeah, he got me over here. Give me a Mexico shot glass. Give me a shit. Motherfucker, go. Might as well give me a paper bag. Got me drinking this shit like this. The fuck? Man, give me a damn Mexico shot glass. Damn it.
So look at right here. Came in with it.
Nigga, this shit say Amsterdam.
Nigga. Right there.
Oh, okay. This kind of hard.
You know what I'm saying? That's the YT.
This-
Shout out to my boy CY.
Okay, CY.
Shout out to my
Okay, I
boy
see you,
CY.
man. My boy over here got
You know what I mean?
the
YTE custom
Lacaco
right there.
over here.
Let me see that.
That's how it's Sacaco?
Yeah, put it up to the camera. Put it up to the camera. Show them.
Salquaco.
Show them that. Show them that.
Salquaco, motherfucker.
Yeah.
We taking shots out of the Salquaco. You feel
There
me?
you go. Yeah, pull that up.
Let me get you right.
Look at that.
Let me get you right. You
My
feel
boy
me?
YTE right there.
Man, YT, your ass over
Go
here
ahead, hit
got
it.
the merch and shit. Let me get some of your. Let me get some.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hook you up with a shirt, man.
Let me give me a Mexico glass.
That's the big boy too here.
Yeah, that's the grown. That's for you.
That's for you.
That's for you.
Oh, you scared?
Man, you gon' Oh, you want the look?
No, what's good?
Oh, I
I'll
got
take
you.
it.
If you
Yeah,
kinda
celebration,
light,
man.
it's
This is the
cool.
first episode, man.
I brought
We're
this
doing
for
it like
you.
that.
I
Come
told
on,
you,
man.
I already sipped it. Yeah, show
Aztec
your
warrior,
Aztec
homie.
warrior.
No
you
locked
feel me?
doors, dog.
You feel me? Cheers up. Cheers
Oh,
up.
Yeah, homie. Cheers
I
up.
got you, my brother.
There you go.
I gave him a lot too. I gave his ass a lot.
We gonna be
That
ready for the
motherfucker
next
ain't caught
episode.
up to me.
Welcome to the next
And then-
episode.
And then, I want to, just let you know.
Damn, that shit was a lot, bro. That shit
told
went
you.
down big.
I got you a lot. I wanted you to enjoy your shot.
Nah, you good. I
That
appreciate
was for you.
man.
That
Hey,
was just for you.
But Cash, I appreciate you coming out, man.
It's a blessing.
It's been an honor, a blessing, to grow this organically with the homies I know. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
sir.
With my peoples. First guest on the podcast. And if you like this, man, please subscribe, comment. If there's any other artist, director that you want to see come out, leave a comment, drop a comment. We'll get back to you. And like I said before, man, this right here, this podcast is for directors and artists and the relationship between them, the way we're gonna grow business, together, and how important content is, even for the entrepreneurs, how important content is for entrepreneurs to come out and do their thing. So if you like more, man, welcome to Direct Shooters. Look forward to seeing more. And we out. Peace.